What happened after Battle City? We saw that Yugi and Joey met up in the city and they were about to duel. However, we skipped straight to the next arc and we don't know what happened. Who won that duel? Is a common question asked among the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Gary, or the Sheepish 31 Clearwing Synchro Dragon here, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh themed video. And I'm going to talk about probably one of the most asked questions by Yu-Gi-Oh fans. And that is, did Joey defeat Yugi after Battle City and reclaim his red eyes? Well, I kind of have an idea on what happened, but first I think I should start with how it all began. Before the Battle City tournament actually began, Joey was challenged to a duel by a rare hunter named Seeker, and was defeated and lost his Red Eyes Black Dragon. A couple of days later, when the Battle City tournament began, Yugi challenged said rare hunter for a duel to get Joey's Red Eyes Black Dragon back, and upon defeating the rare hunter, he attempted to give Joey back his card, only for Joey to decline and tell Yugi to keep it. And then, after Yugi defeated Merrick and saved the world, we see that Joey and Yugi meet up in the city to prepare to duel, and the result of it is unknown. Afterwards, in the Seal of Orichalcos arc, as well as the KC Grand Championship, we see Joey use Red Eyes Black Dragon in both arcs, implying that he may have actually defeated Yugi to get it back, right? Right. Most definitely. Joey defeated Yugi and won Red Eyes back, so no need for this video. That's it folks, you can go home now. I'm joking. That's not all she wrote. But going back to that point, because Joey used Red Eyes, that means he defeated Yugi, right? Well, not necessarily. I want to point out one thing before I go any further. The Yu-Gi-Oh franchise appears to have multiple continuities, or canons, and that brings me to the question on what does canon actually mean. Canon is defined as something that is officially part of said story. But for the sake of simplifying the whole thing, we'll just say the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise has two separate continuities or canons, the manga, as well as the manga adaptations for the other Yu-Gi-Oh series, that appear to follow their own thing and being different from what was seen in the anime for the most part. And I say the most part because Yu-Gi-Oh anime does follow the manga to an extent, but some things are added in, and a lot of things were taken out. The Yu-Gi-Oh anime, as we all know, focuses solely on Duel Monsters and nothing else, while in the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, it was a thing, but it really wasn't the main focus as we see Yu-Gi-Oh Company play other games, other than Duel Monsters. As well as in the anime, Pegasus is alive and makes multiple appearances in GX. However, in the manga, he died after Duelist Kingdom after he was defeated by Yugi when Bakura gouged out the Millennium Eye. The anime itself, however, adds a few things such as filler arcs, extra duels, and the anime of the original series extends into GX, which takes place 10 years after the original series, which carries on into Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which is maybe 20 to 30, a max of 40 years after the original series. With GX making multiple references to the original series, like I said, characters like Pegasus, Kaiba, and Yugi himself do make cameos. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, we do see the Kaiba Dome have mentions of Kaiba Corp. Ushio, according to the Bonds Beyond Time Handbook, or 10th Anniversary Handbook, is stated to be the same jackhole who bullied Yugi, Joey, and Tristan while they were in high school. As well as Bond Beyond Time, basically confirming that Duel Monsters, GX, and 5Ds all take place in the same universe or timeline. Not to mention that Pegasus is also mentioned in 5Ds, even though he's mentioned to be dead. Even though the Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeline is a mess, that is a headache to piece together. Even the first three series, even though confirmed to be one whole thing, doesn't really quite add up. As far as the other series, I have no earthly idea where Zexal fits into the mythology, but I like to go with the idea that Zexal is its own thing, separate from the first three series, while Arc 5 is confirmed to be its own thing. Despite the fact that past characters have made a return, but they're alternate universal versions of those same characters, thus aren't the same characters. So the original timeline of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ended with 5Ds. Now, what does this have to do with Yugi and Joey, you may ask? I was getting to that. With the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise having different continuities, it brings it to my point that Waking the Dragons, the KC Grand Prix, as well as Virtual World, are all completely filler arcs exclusive to the anime. In the manga, Joey never dueled again, at least that we saw, after being defeated by Merrick in Battle City, so we really don't know for sure who won. Me, personally, I think either Joey fought Yugi to a stalemate, or Yugi did defeat Joey after Joey put out one hell of a fight. Joey may have wanted to defeat Yugi, but for his own reasons other than for Red Eyes, but he didn't necessarily have to beat Yugi. In the manga, after Yugi defeated the rare hunter, he offered Joey his card back, only for him to decline the card, saying he wasn't worthy of Red Eyes, and he would take it back once he proved himself and became the true duelist he wanted to be. This same conversation was carried over to the Japanese dub of Duel Monsters, with Joey telling Yugi the same thing. However, in the English dub, this was changed to Joey telling Yugi to keep Red Eyes as a thank you present for always helping him, and that he'd help him stop Merrick. Two completely different things. Even the promises they made were different. In the Japanese dub, they agreed to duel once again after Battle City is over, hence why they meet up in the city to duel, while in the English dub, they agreed to save the world together, really without a reason to duel after it was all over. Now, going back to what Joey said about being worthy of Red Eyes and a true duelist, what exactly does that mean? That's something up to fan interpretation, really, as being a worthy and true duelist can mean any number of things. In the anime, we've seen characters take different approaches to dueling and have different philosophies on what it means to be a quote-unquote true duelist. Me personally, while Joey may not have won Battle City like he wanted to, he did become the true duelist he set out to be. Joey's accolades in Battle City included defeating Asperova, who despite his cheating, was supposed to be a legit duelist. Defeating Weevil Underwood, who despite his cheating, was a national champion in Japan. And defeating Meiko Tsunami, who in the anime was in the third place of that same tournament Weevil competed in. Joey was able to give Merrick a few surprises in their duel, survived and powered through the grueling effects of a shadow game, and survived being toasted alive like a Quiznos sub by Raw. Although in the manga he did die for a few minutes, but I digress. Even Kaiba admitted he gained newfound respect for Joey after he survived being toasted alive by the Winged Dragon of Raw. If you want to include Joey's anime feats, then we have him defeating Johnson of the Big Five, who was blatantly cheating, saving Yugi from certain defeat and setting the stage for Yugi to defeat the Big Five, and managing to put up a good fight against Kaiba despite having his deck destroyed and narrowly suffering defeat, after Kaiba basically made him bend over in their first duel. Joey proved himself to be a true duelist in Battle City time and time again, even in GX, the anime at least. Pexis calls Joey one of the greatest duelists he's ever seen behind Yugi and Kaiba. In the GX manga, Joey's considered legendary. The creator of the series, Kazuki Takahashi himself, considers Joey to be stronger than Yugi and Kaiba. Joey didn't necessarily have to beat Yugi to get Red Eyes. He could have lost and still earned it back, which is personally what I think would happen. But, like I said, this is nothing more than the popular questions fans like to ask, so it's really up to them to decide for themselves who won in the end. This is just my whole take on the thing. I personally think Yugi defeated Joey and gave Red Eyes back because they both know he deserved and earned it, or if it was a stalemate, then Joey definitely deserved and earned it. Anything is possible. Maybe Joey did defeat Yugi. I just don't think he did. But again, that's just me. I'm Gary, or the Shaper Sturdy One, clearing Secret Dragon, and that's up for this video, you guys. Stay gold, everyone.